Okay, students. Now today we are going to understand the series LCR circuit. It is the third combination circuit. Okay, we have completed LR and CR circuit. So third combination circuit is in series. We have to connect L component, C component and R component. So you can see that this is the diagram. In this, one alternating voltage supply is connected, E equal to E0 sine omega t. This is connected across the series combination of L means inductor, C means capacitor and R means resistance. Now as is the procedure that we have to solve these things about this circuit: current and impedance, phasor diagram and phase angle between voltage and current. Now how do we solve it? So as is the procedure, we start here in the combination circuits. We start with the phasor diagram solution first. Okay, so our first part is that we have to solve the phasor diagram. Now for phasor diagram, we assume the total current of the circuit in x direction. Okay, this we assume. So total current of the circuit we can assume in any direction, and in relation to the current direction, what will be the voltages directions? As you can see that here are three components connected. So we can name the three component voltages like this. Voltage across L is VL, voltage across C is VC and voltage across R is VR. So we will be first showing that where these voltages are, that means the direction part. So let us start drawing the phasor diagram. First of all, the phasor diagram requires the quadrants. So here this is plus x axis, this is plus y, this is minus x and this is minus y axis. Now let us draw all these directions. First of all, current. Current is in x direction, this we have assumed. Okay, now first of all, since in the R circuit, voltage and current remain in the same phase, that's why VR and I will be in the same direction. So VR is in the x direction only, VR. Okay, after that, VL. In the L circuit, voltage is leading the current by 90 degree. So since current is in x direction, so voltage VL will be in the y direction because it is leading by 90. It should be ahead of current. Okay. In the same manner, where will be VC? So VC is the voltage across capacitor, and let us take the help of conclusion of capacitor. In capacitor, the voltage is behind the current by 90 degree. Okay. Voltage is behind the current. So, if current is here in x direction, then VC will be where? So, VC will be behind. So, VC will be somewhere, VC will be in the minus y direction. Okay, so this way we have drawn all the voltages which are in the given circuit. Okay, now VL, VC, VR, the resultant of all these three voltages is equal to E. Okay, this is the supply voltage. It is distributed among these three voltages. So how to solve the resultant of these three voltages? All the voltages are in the different directions. Okay, we have to solve VL, VR, VC. So the idea is that we will take the help of parallelogram law again, and first of all we will make the set of two vectors to solve first. So you can see VL and VC are in the opposite direction. Okay, so if they are in opposite direction, so let us just assume now that VL is greater than VC. Okay, if VL is greater than VC, then what will be the resultant of VL and VC? So VL and VC are in opposite direction, so their resultant is subtraction of the two, because two vectors, if they are in opposite direction, their resultant is subtraction. So we have just now assumed, because we don't know out of VL and VC which one is greater, so we have just assumed VL is greater. So subtraction will be what? VL minus VC. Okay, subtraction result will be VL minus VC and its direction will be along the greater vector. So that means we have solved now VL and VC are solved and their resultant is this. Now how many voltages are left in the diagram? So one is VR and one is VL minus VC. They are at 90 degree. So we will be drawing the parallelogram. Okay, this way. So the diagonal of this parallelogram is our resultant. Resultant means E. And it is at phi angle with respect to the x-axis or with respect to the current. Now let us first apply the resultant magnitude formula. So applying the resultant formula, root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. Let us call VR as p and VL minus VC as q. Okay, so in place of p we will put VR, in place of q we will put VL minus VC, and the angle between p and q, p is here and q is here. Angle between p and q is 90. So 2pq cos 90. Cos 90 will become 0 and we will further solve it. So VR is square left and VL minus VC square left. Cos 90 is 0. Then we have to find current. That's why we will get the voltage answer in form of current. So what is the voltage across resistance? IR. Current into resistance. In the same manner, voltage across L we will write here in form of current. So I into reactance XL. VC will become I into XC, reactance. Now here also I is common, here also I can be taken. So finally I is out, root of R square left here and here I is taken already. So XL minus XC whole square is left. So this way the current answer we can get by dividing it with E. So I will be obtained by dividing. So I is obtained as what? E upon root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square, or you already know that whatever is the denominator of this voltage, this is voltage, this is current. So this denominator is actually the resistance of this LCR circuit, but we will call it now with the new name impedance Z. So impedance Z is root of R square plus XL minus XC whole square. Okay, now you can notice one thing, that we are getting XL minus XC whole square because we assumed that VL is greater than VC. But in case when VC is greater than VL, just reverse. In case if VC is greater than VL, then in the formula also we can write XC minus XL whole square. But since whole square is appearing, so whether we write XL minus XC or we write XC minus XL whole square, the answer is same. So the impedance answer has no effect. Impedance answer does not change on the basis of that VL is greater or VC is greater. Impedance answer is common for both. What will change? That is phase angle phi. So firstly we will calculate the phase angle for VL greater than VC case in the next sheet. So note down this detail. Now we have to calculate the phase angle phi between voltage and current. So you can see in this diagram is the same. This is the resultant voltage and this is the resultant current of the circuit, this circuit. You can see that here phi is shown here. So voltage is leading current. You can see current is here, voltage is here. So voltage is ahead. So voltage is leading current by phi angle. So we have to calculate this phi angle. We will take the help of tan phi. So voltage is leading current if VL is greater than VC, then only. Okay. And what is the tan phi value? So tan phi. That means this phi angle we have to solve. So we'll take the help of tan phi. Tan phi formula is perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular is that line which is in front of angle and base is that line which is with angle. So perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular means this side. This side it is equal to VL minus VC and base is VR. So VL minus VC upon VR. Converting it to in form of current, IXL minus IXC upon IR. I is common, cancelled. XL minus XC upon R. So finally phi can be written as tan inverse XL minus XC upon R. So this is the phase angle between voltage and current. But you can see one thing. If we assumed VL greater than VC, okay, we can call it case first. If we assumed VL greater than VC, then only the voltage is leading the current, because VL minus VC will be here. If VC is greater than VL, then I am redrawing the diagram. Just see that what are the changes. There voltage will not lead current. Note down this detail. So let us see again the phasor diagram. If case second is there, that means VC is greater than VL. So you know already VL was in Y direction, VR is in X direction, and VC is in minus Y direction. Okay, now we are saying that VC is greater. Okay, so if VC is greater, by magnitude VC is greater. So what will be the resultant of these two? They are opposite, so they will be subtracted. But VC is greater, so subtraction result will be in the direction of VC now. So subtraction result is VC minus VL. We always take the direction of resultant, the direction of bigger one. If VC is greater, so net direction will be direction of bigger one, and magnitude will also be VC minus VL. So now we have solved VL and VC's answer. Now we have two things, VC minus VL and VR. We will make a parallelogram using these two vectors. So you can see now phasor diagram is drawn below. This is now the net voltage. This diagonal is now the net voltage. And this is that phase angle phi. Okay. So you can see now, in case VC is greater than VL, current is in X direction and resultant voltage is below it. So current leads. In this case, current leads V. Okay. By how much angle? By phi angle. Let us solve now this phi angle. So again the calculation is the same. Tan phi is perpendicular. This is perpendicular and this is base. Perpendicular is VC minus VL. And base is VR. VC minus VL is IXC, IXL, and this is IR. I is cancelled, XC minus XL upon R. So finally phi is tan inverse XC minus XL upon R. So the difference is, if VL is greater than VC, then voltage leads, but if VC is greater than VL, then current leads. Okay, formula of the phase angle also will change. XL minus XC upon R or XC minus XL upon R. Two formulas are there for this phase difference. Okay.